Hey guys, Razorblade Mango here, and today I am going to be talking about yesterday's PlayStation 5 showcase. The last time I talked about a PlayStation 5 event, I said that at the time of watching it, I was a little underwhelmed by it, but I grew to respect it a lot more in my estimation the further removed I became from it. This showcase yesterday is the exact opposite, where I watched it at the time and I thought, wow, that was a really good showcase. But the more I step away from it, the more less impressed I become with how Sony handled this, especially in light of all the news that came after the showcase. So, little hint for you guys out there, companies, if you're watching this, that want to put on your own little showcase, don't reveal important information and don't screw up important information during and after your presentation, okay? Because Sony just, I assume they did not plan this at the last minute. I assume that they've been planning this thing for months. But the way it came across is like they scrambled at the last minute to put this together in order to meet the leak that Xbox had last week in terms of their pricing and release date for the Series S and the Series X. So, same thing, I'll get through the games, which surprisingly there aren't really a whole lot to go through, so this will probably be a shorter video than usual. I say that now, but then when I start going on about the things I did not like, we'll see. So the first thing they showed, which was a banger of an intro, which is Final Fantasy 16. Obviously we didn't get a release date for it, but the rumors were true. This is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive for an unknown period of time. It's going to be like Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which is a big get for PlayStation, but again, it annoys me that Square Enix is taking their money and not letting people on Xbox play Final Fantasy 16. Look, I know Final Fantasy is mostly associated with PlayStation. I know that, but I'm gonna be fair because I don't like it when Xbox does this as well. So I'm gonna say the same thing. I don't like it when PlayStation does shit like this. And PlayStation's been doing this a lot, and they're gonna continue to do it, as we'll see with more games on this list. So I was really surprised to find out that this was Final Fantasy 16 because it's really bloody. There's a part where a guy gets his head cut off and the blood just splatters on this kid's face, and I went, holy shit. And I thought it was Type 02 or something, because Type 02 begins literally with a soldier and his chocobo slowly bleeding to death on a battlefield, and it's an M-rated game. It's a hardcore game for a Final Fantasy game. It's not a good game, but in terms of violence, it's definitely the most violent one out of the bunch. At least maybe until Final Fantasy 16 comes out. So I like the medieval, the rusty medieval aesthetic that it has. I have been hoping for something like that. A return to something more akin to Final Fantasy 9, and it's being developed by the team behind Final Fantasy 14, which is something that I've wanted to see for many years now, because despite me not being a Final Fantasy 14 player, I have been impressed with how much they have been riding that ship. They just took that ship and steered it in the beginning when 14 came out. It was just such a giant fucking mess, and then Yoshida came in and just turned it around to where it's probably the most beloved MMORPG on the scene right now. Probably, maybe it might be the most beloved. I don't know, but I've heard nothing but great things about it from people that have played it that I know personally, and even people that I don't know personally. I read all the time that it's really good. So when it came time for Final Fantasy 16, the rumblings of that, I said, hell, give it to them. Don't give it to Nomura. Let Nomura do his own thing. give it to these guys, Final Fantasy 14 guys, and it is being produced by Naoki Yoshida, who is the main guy behind Final Fantasy 14, and it's being directed by Hiroshi Takai, who is also a Final Fantasy 14 alumni. I think he's like the lead assistant director or some kind of assistant director on Heaven Sword and one of the other expansions to it. So he's already got cred as far as Final Fantasy. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. And they showed a lot more than I was expecting. If they were going to show Final Fantasy 16, I would expect just another generic Square Enix CGI trailer, but they didn't. They actually showed what looked to be gameplay, and at least they were honest about it running on PC, emulating a PS5 experience. And that's another thing. They said that it was going to be on PC, and then they were like, oh, nope, never mind. Pay no attention to that. Oh, nope, you didn't see that. It's like, what? No, guys, we saw that it's coming to PC. It's right there. I can see it. I'm pretty sure if I went back and looked at the live presentation, I could see that they said it's gonna be on PC. So, okay, okay, guys. But that honestly, that was the beginning of the string of fuck-ups and miscommunications on Sony's part, which that became a running problem not only throughout this presentation but throughout the night, as I'll get into. So that was a hell of a way to open it. Remember how they opened the last one with Grand Theft Auto 5, which just felt like such a wet fart of an opening? Well, this one opened with fucking Final Fantasy 16, which is a really good start. So I was very happy to see that. I'm looking forward to it. I hope to God it's good. So the next game they moved on to was Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is coming out when the console comes out, which is November 12th, 2020. I don't know why the hell they couldn't have just said it's coming out then. I don't know. It's okay. But it's gonna be not only on PlayStation 5, but they also announced it will be coming to PS4. And they also announced after the presentation that a remastered version of Spider-Man will be bundled with Miles Morales as its own SKU and will be available on the PS5 the same day, which that was such an obvious prediction because it's Spider-Man. Sony wants to capitalize on that. They're gonna do that. It was so obvious. And as far as the gameplay, it looked fine. I really wasn't all that impressed with it. I wasn't all that hyped or blown away by it. I just looked at it and I went, yep, that's more Spider-Man. He's doing Spider-Man stuff. Except he can turn invisible this time and he's got new powers. Okay, it's Spider-Man. And then they moved on to Hogwarts Legacy, which coming out 2021 for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. Okay, so I actually saw the leaked footage of this 2 years ago, and I was really impressed by what I saw 2 years ago, before Warner Brothers went all scorched earth on the internet and just erase any evidence of this thing ever existing. And they just like to pretend. It's like Voldemort himself. They're like, oh no, we don't speak about that. This Hogwarts Legacy. Warner Brothers, you all know about my history of Warner Brothers. I'm not going to repeat it. You can go and watch the video I did about Warner Brothers recently. But for many years, I've had kind of a persona non grata towards Warner Brothers on this channel. I may have to break that for Hogwarts Legacy, but I'm both really excited for it and I'm both really nervous, because I'm really excited because I've wanted a game like this, a big mainline Harry Potter game like this, for many years, especially one where it's set in the 1800s. That's great. You make your own student, you go to a house, you befriend people, you go to classes, you experience an adventure in Hogwarts that's devoid from the Harry Potter stuff. That's awesome. I've always wanted that. At the same time, it's Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers are scum. And they will do everything in their power to drain all the goodwill that I have towards any of their games. They've done it multiple times in the past. They've done it. They did it with Middle-earth Shadow of War. They did it with Injustice 2. They did it with Mortal Kombat XL, or what the fuck was the new one? Mortal Kombat 11. They did it with Mortal Kombat X after that came out. And now I'm pretty sure they're already doing it with Gotham Knights. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it with Suicide Squad. And look, I'm pretty sure they'll do it with Hogwarts Legacy. But I can't help. Unlike the DC stuff, I actually have a little bit more hope for the Hogwarts stuff. I hope it's good. I hope they don't bring their usual monetization live service garbage in this game. Please don't screw this up. Please, I really want this to be good. So I'm really looking forward to that. Then we moved on to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which is coming out November 13th, 2020 for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. This is another one, same with Spider-Man. It looks like another Call of Duty game. I looked at it and I said, yep, that's a Call of Duty game. And I kind of just zoned out the rest of it. There was some explosions, there's some shooting, there's some stabbing. That's about it. That's about all I remember. Oh, and the alpha for it starts this Friday. I think you can preload it today. If you care at all, I'll play just because I'm playing it with Gabe and Dog, my buddies. So the next game they moved on to is my most anticipated game of 2021 so far, Resident Evil Village, which, like I said, 2021, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. I cannot be more excited for this game. It looks so good from everything I've seen. I love what this game is seems to be going for, where it's like the opening village part of Resident Evil 4, set in snowy Transylvania area, stretched out to its own game, fleshed out to be this more intimate area, and given the Resident Evil 7 gameplay treatment with a little bit more combat in it. I'm sold. You can throw all the vampires and voodoo witches and werewolves at me. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Do it. Just bring it on. My booty is ready for some Resident Evil Village goodness. And then they moved on to Deathloop, which is coming out Q2 of 2021, whatever the hell that means. And it's going to be a PS5 timed exclusive, and it will be available on PC as well. This is a strange one, because normally with Bethesda games, the more I see of them these days, the more I don't want them. And this is one where I didn't care at all the first time I saw it last year during E3. But with these last two trailers that they've released of it from these two PlayStation 5 events, I'm sold. This looks really fun. This looks like a complete return to form for Arcane after how disappointing Dishonored 2 was for me. So, and it looks a lot like Dishonored, but it has a much more colorful, less in terms of raw graphical horsepower and more in terms of just pure style. And I think that's great. I love that. So I'm actually really looking forward to Deathloop. I hope Bethesda doesn't screw this one up, because I hope it's good. The next game was Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, which is something I've been hearing about for a while. It's launch day on both PS5 and Xbox Series X. I don't blame Sony for this thing. Capcom pulling some bullshit with this where it won't be available on PC, which is where I have it on, because I love Devil May Cry 5, but I ain't fucking paying extra for Virgil. No, I'm not gonna do it. I am not gonna do it if they're not gonna bring the enhanced improvements to PC. They're not even bringing fucking ray tracing or any of that stuff. They're not bringing ray tracing. They're not bringing turbo mode. They're not bringing Dark Knight Nightmare mode or whatever. Hello, Capcom. PC, hello, Capcom. Hello, is anyone there? What the hell, guys? Like, why are you just bringing this to PS5 and Xbox Series X? What the fuck? Where's the love for PC? What the hell? What the fuck? So, you get to play as Virgil. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know why this was here, honestly. It just... Okay, it's here. It was odd to see it, too, because Xbox has had marketing rights to Devil May Cry 5, so... okay. Next one, Oddworld Soulstorm. Still no release date. It will be a PS5 and PS4 timed exclusive. Also will be coming to PC. Which, okay, it's Oddworld. It looked like Oddworld. That's all I thought about it. Moving on to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Really showcasing the power of the PS5 with this one, people. No release date. It's a PS5 and PS4 timed exclusive, and it will be on PC as well. And then I assume they said it's like, oh, no other console will get this 3 months until after 3 months after release. So I assume Xbox will get this 3 months after the PS5 stuff. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. What the hell do you want me to say? It's you go to a location, you try to survive, and then you got spooky animatronics that scream in your face and you die. That's pretty much how Five Nights at Freddy's goes. Again, another one. I'm like, why is this here? Why is this here? So then Demon Souls, which thank God, because my big issue with this presentation is that we barely got any look at some of the big PS5 games, like the Sony exclusives that are coming out during the launch window, which include Sackboy and Astrobot and Destruction All-Stars in particular. Got nothing. Those are coming out the same day as the PS5. Those are launch titles, and yet we didn't get shit from them during this presentation. We got a little bit of it during the closing sizzle reel. That's it. And what do they put here instead? Fucking Five Nights at Freddy's, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, and Fortnite. Really? You're gonna put Fortnite in here in favor of Destruction All-Stars and Sackboy? Are you fucking kidding me, PlayStation? Come on, guys. So, I just wanted to get on a little tirade there. Back to Demon Souls. That's coming out November 12th, 2020. Adding another goddamn game coming out in November that I really want to play. So that's a PS5 exclusive. They fucked up where they're like, oh, it's going to be on PC as well. But then Sony had to walk that back. And they're like, oh, no, it's not. It was just a human error. No, it's not. Which really pissed me off because I was actually excited to see this was going to be on PC. PC would be so much more convenient for me if they put that on there. But they're like, oh, no, never mind. No, it won't be. It'll just be on PS5. Which I call bullshit. I think they're lying. They're lying. I'm gonna call it now. 6 months to a year from now, you're gonna see Demon Souls on PC. Mark my fucking words. Sony is lying. They're lying to you. They're so full of shit. They're lying to you. It will be on PC at some point in the future. Mark my words. As far as the game itself, it looks really good. I said this on the live stream. Despite my misgivings about some of the art style choices with this, the changes, I think this is going to be a really good game. This is probably the most compelling launch title I've seen for anything since Breath of the Wild. And even then, Breath of the Wild wasn't available only on the Switch, but still, that is the thing that I said this. I am not going to buy a PS5, and this is why I was hoping Demon Souls would come out in 2021. I would not buy one until Ratchet & Clank, Demon Souls, Horizon were coming out. Now that Demon Souls is coming out, I'm like, fuck, now I need to get a PS5. So, it looks really good. I just, what else can I say? I'll find room, I'll try to find room, squeeze this in between Yakuza and Kingdom Hearts and Cyberpunk, which, oh, fuck me, November. Oh my god. Fuck. No money November for me this year. Then the next thing, Fortnite, coming out the same day as the PS5. It's available on fucking everything. Whoop-de-doo, it's Fortnite. Fuck off, Epic. Just fuck off. Then they announced the PS Plus collection, which is sort of their answer to Game Pass, where you can access a wide variety of games from their PlayStation Hits catalog. It will be available for PS Plus members day one on the PS5. You can download them right then and there. Good to go. And the list is actually pretty impressive, but it's a start. It's a start for something that if they want to compete with Xbox with their Game Pass, which they can't. Let's be real here, they can't. The list, it's a start. The list includes things like it's Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Monster Hunter World, which I still haven't played, which is a good choice, Mortal Kombat X, Persona 5, which, alright, Ratchet & Clank, Resident Evil 7, Last Guardian, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4, and Until Dawn. And like I said, most of these are PlayStation hits, where they're already costing $20. It's not putting a dent in Sony's wallet to throw these up on some kind of Game Pass experience sort of thing. It's really not. So this is the bare minimum of what they could do. And it's a start. But how long are they going to continue to support this is my question, because Sony's not very good at maintaining some of the stuff that they throw out there. They tend to kind of ignore, they tend to kind of announce something and then they just let it slowly fade into nothing. We got that with like the PS2, PS1 remasters that we saw on the PS4. They were initially pretty excited about that, and then they kind of just went and just were like, oh no, never mind, we're not doing that. So there's that. And then we got finally the fucking price of the damn thing. So PS5 digital version will be $400, which is good. It's in America. Physical, it will be $500, which is a pretty, you know, normal prediction. I was calling the worst. I was thinking this thing was gonna be like $500 for the digital, $600 for the physical, because yeah, I can imagine Sony pulling something like that just because of how stupid they can be sometimes. So that was that, and then they ended the live stream with a very minute look at the new God of War game, which is coming out in 2021. I assume this is going to be their big fall 2021 title. So that's really cool. 2021 for a new God of War. Okay, that's a huge turnaround compared to the 2018. Like it came out in 2018, I believe, and now it's like 3 years later we get a sequel, which that's pretty big, because that's a huge turnaround for a sequel. So that was Sony's event, but it didn't stop there, because Sony then went on to just have this fucking verbal uncontrollable diarrhea of information after the event actually ended. They announced things like things maybe we would like to know in the showcase. Things like all of the launch games that are coming from your worldwide studios. Hello? Things like Sackboy and Destruction All-Stars. Hello? Maybe people would like to know that those are coming out at launch, Sony? Hello? In favor of Fortnite? In favor of fucking Five Nights at Freddy's? Hello, guys? Hello? Maybe make this presentation more than 40 minutes long. Yeah, we don't even know what the hell Destruction All-Stars plays like in the minute-to-minute loop. So that would be nice if we could have seen that. We've seen a lot of Sackboy, but it would be nice to see it. What the hell, guys? Hello? And then Sony came out and were like, here's the prices for these games. And we went, oh fuck. So they're all going to be between $50 and $70. So they too are jumping on this bandwagon of, oh, we got to make our games $70 now, just because, fuck it. And I have said this before, and I'll say it again. I do not mind paying $70 if it is a high quality game experience. I really don't. If it's a high quality gaming experience and they don't take the bullshit monetization route with it. If they want to charge $70 for a game that doesn't have any microtransaction shit tied to it, and it looks really expensive to produce, and it has tons of content, it's got tons of replayability, it's a fantastic game, fine. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I've paid more. I've paid way more for a single game. But when I look at games like NBA 2K21, when I look at games like Black Ops, when I look at games like the upcoming Destruction All-Stars, which I assume will have monetization in it from Sony, because it is one of their live services, I do not accept this premise that they need to now charge $70 for their games. I don't accept that. I'm not naive enough to accept that they're doing this because, oh, it's inflation, oh, we need to cover costs more, oh no, boo-hoo. And also for poor Destruction All-Stars, that's a death sentence for that game. The only reason that they can get away with that is because that's a launch title, and that's going to be one of the big multiplayer things on there. So they could probably get away with that, but if that game better catch on at launch, because if that thing dies out, Oh boy, that's a huge loss for the studios working on it. That's such a kick in the teeth from Sony to these guys. Charging $70 for this thing. Destruction All Stars, we don't even know what the hell it is. Well, we know what it is, but we don't know what the minute-to-minute gameplay is like. We don't know what the monetization is going to be like. And it's an unproven IP, and they wouldn't charge $70 for it. No, this thing should have been $30 or $40. Free, fuck it. Make the money on your monetization. Make it free to play. Sackboy should not be $60. No. That needs to be $50, $40, not Sackboy. Miles Morales, $50. No. And they can get away with that too because it's Spider-Man, but no. Not a game that is half the size of Spider-Man. No. Just no. Not $50, Sony. No. This is not the way to do it. This is no. Demon Souls, fine, 70, whatever, as long as it doesn't have any monetization garbage attached to it. I'm sure that was really expensive to produce because it looks like it. Fine, if that's really good, I don't mind paying 70 for that, but just these games, it's just no, I don't like this $70 thing now. And you're gonna pull this shit in a year where PlayStation, where people don't have jobs, they lost out on their jobs because of a fucking pandemic? Are you serious? You're really gonna pull this now? Guys, are you serious? Really? So that was, it's like, and that was just a fucking, like a mess of communication on Sony's part. It's just little things that they just completely dropped the ball on. Like, what? And again, the more I think about it, the more it's like, wow, this presentation kind of sucked in a way. It started out really strong with Final Fantasy 16, with Hogwarts, Resident Evil, and then in that second half, besides Demon Souls, it just went to shit. Because they just showed these games that were like, why is this here and not Sackboy or All-Stars or hell, Horizon Zero Dawn? Like, why? And okay, another thing too, Horizon Forbidden West, Miles Morales, and Sackboy are going to be on the PS4 as well. Okay, Sackboy, fine. Whatever, the last Little Big Planet was a cross-gen game. Okay, I don't expect mind-blowing graphics from that. But Miles Morales and Horizon, really? Those are really gonna gimp themselves now in order to run on the PS4? Especially Horizon 2? Really? And again, I'm only being fair because I criticize Xbox for dragging it to like dragging Halo Infinite to 7-year-old hardware. I'm gonna say the same thing. Why the hell is Sony putting Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4? Why are they making it compatible with gonna be 8-year-old hardware by the time Horizon Forbidden West comes out? Why are they doing that? I get that they want to transition people slowly to but again, that goes completely against what they said, where they're like, oh well, we believe in generations, we believe in experiences you can only get on PS5. Oh, by the way, we're releasing one of our nicest looking games on the PS4 as well, and tying it to 8-year-old hardware. Like pick one, Sony. Pick one. Either you're going to believe in generations, or you're going to do the cross-gen thing, which if you're going to do the cross-gen thing, at least be honest with people up front. Don't do this mealy-mouthed crap where you're like, oh, well, never mind, and then just walk it back. It makes you look like a fucking fool. It makes you look really stupid. Speaking of looking really stupid, wow, the PS5 pre-orders were a fucking disaster. At the time of recording this, and let me actually go and look on, hold on, let me go and look on nowinstock.com and see if there are even anything available right now for the PS5. I highly doubt it, except eBay, which you already got scalpers charging $1,000 for one of these things. Because Sony was so fucking stupid that they couldn't keep a handle. They couldn't keep their dick in their pants, and they lost complete control of the retailers that are selling these things. Because they said specifically in a tweet, hey guys, we are going to give you advance notice, plenty of advance notice when this thing goes live. We're gonna have it tomorrow. But they never gave out a specific time for it. Never. And then what happened? Not even an hour after the presentation ended, fucking Walmart starts the floodgate, just open the floodgates of pre-orders for this thing. This thing wasn't even supposed to be available for pre-order until tomorrow, but Walmart said, fuck all that shit. Pre-order our PS5, people! And then the fucking masses just came in, sold out, and then Target started, sold out, GameStop started, sold out, Walmart gone, Amazon gone, Best Buy gone. It's all gone. So if you're somebody that was at work, or on a flight, or in the middle of something, if you were not plugged into Twitter and were not following Wario64 or one of those guys, you were fucked. You're not, I mean, there will be more chances for you to get a PS5 more than likely, but you're fucked. If you wanted to be among the first people to get it, oh, no. You remember that thing when Sony sent out that fucking invitation where they're like, hey guys, if you want to pre-order the PS5, you want to be one of the first people to pre-order the PS5? Would you like to try? Would you like to be one of the first people? Here, sign up for our thing. Sign up for it. And then you'll get it. Yeah, you'll be good. Don't worry guys, you'll be one of the first to know. Same thing with Best Buy, same thing with Walmart, same thing with Target. They went, okay, sign up for our newsletter, and then you'll be able to pre-order the PS5. Hey! That didn't happen. No notice there. And then Sony just went, didn't do anything about it. And Sony, in all their dumbassery, then were like, sent out this completely tone-deaf email to people where they're like, oh, get a chance to pre-order PS5 on Friday. After hours of people already getting it from all these other retailers that weren't even supposed to be selling it until tomorrow. From select retailers. Wow. What a mess. That's putting it politely. That's a colossal fucking fail on Sony's part. That was one of the biggest bonehead fuck-ups I've seen PlayStation do in years. It was just the dumbest shit. And this what I feared is starting to come true. Where I said this years ago, where PlayStation is gonna start fucking up. And this, like the presentation itself in the moment was very good. But everything afterwards, it just made Xbox look really good. And they basically gave Xbox a fucking bat to hit them in the head with. Because Xbox, immediately after the disaster of the retailer stuff, Xbox came out and said, hey guys, we're going to give you plenty of advance notice when you can pre-order the Xbox Series S and Series X at a specific time. And we'll give you a date. And it won't go live until we say so. So that made them look really good. And now, Sony, the thing is, with their pricing too, with $70 on some of these fucking games, it really does not make them look good compared to Xbox. Xbox is doing the Game Pass, and I've said before about the long-term ramifications of the Game Pass, but in the short term, it far outclasses anything Sony is offering right now. Because, and Jim Ryan said this, and this is something I've said before as well, they cannot afford it. It is not sustainable for Sony to start putting their stuff up on, let's say, the PS Plus collection that they're starting at launch. So, they can't. They are not Microsoft. They're not a multi-billion-dollar corporation where, well, let's say maybe multi-trillion-dollar corporation where PlayStation is a big part of their portfolio. It's the biggest part of their portfolio. Microsoft's Xbox division is not. It's not even close. So Xbox can afford to take a loss on some stuff in order to recoup the gains later. Sony cannot. Sony is stuck. They are stuck in a position where they have to charge full price for these games now. It literally cannot happen any other way. It's really sad. It's a terrible situation that they've boxed themselves in. They're trapped. They can't. And when all Xbox has to do, like I said, all Xbox has to do is match them in terms of quality exclusives, and that's it. They're done. That's it. That's checkmate. Xbox, that's it. That's it. And they have the potential, maybe, if they don't go the stupid live service route. which I'm fearing that they're going to do because that's much more conducive for a drip feed kind of thing they're doing with the Game Pass. So they're fucked. PlayStation's fucked. They need to get their head out of their ass and start really trying to match Xbox in terms of some other things. They cannot rest on their laurels right now. And this presentation just, when all was said and done, after the mess of miscommunication, the walkbacks on certain things like the Demon's Souls and Final Fantasy 16 PC announcements, the terrible, absolutely terrible presentation of their launch titles, where they completely dropped the ball on communicating that. They completely dropped the ball on showing footage of these launch titles. They really, really, really shit the bed on the pre-order stuff for the PS5. It was just a mess. It's just a mess. Beyond the presentation, it was a mess. So I have to give the presentation itself, like, in the moment, I would give it like a B. Outside of that, it was maybe like a C or a C minus. Just everything that I know now. And I'll be honest, I have 2 pre-orders for the PS5, and that's only because I fucking wired into Twitter. I don't like going on Twitter anymore beyond, you know, talking to some friends on there and seeing some gaming news. But one of the rare times Twitter was useful was me re-downloading it on my phone, following Wario64, putting on notifications for that, because the moment those went up, those pre-orders went up, I jumped and I got them. I got one from Walmart and I got one from Amazon. I'm lucky because most of my friends did not. They could not. So yeah, I'm amazed that I actually got away with getting them. And I'm not gonna scalp them. I'm not a fucking asshole. So, I mean, I am kind of an asshole, but I'm not that big of an asshole where I'm gonna, hey guys, pay me $1,000 for my PS5. People that do that need to be kicked in the balls repeatedly so they never reproduce. Fuck them. So, that's the PS5 event. Just the event itself, good. After that, a giant fucking shit show of miscommunication and arrogance and greed, and it was just such a bad look for PlayStation. I'm so concerned about the future. Maybe they'll have a really good 2020. Maybe they'll have a really good 2021. You know, 2021's got Horizon 2, we got God of War, we got Ratchet and Clank. They've got stuff in 2021. It is impressive as their software. It is impressive. They have impressive things lined up. Gran Turismo, Returnal maybe. But beyond that, it was just a fucking mess. Just a giant shit show. And I'm so disappointed in how Sony handled that. I feel like they could have handled that so much better. So, do better, guys. And I'm gonna quote Kratos to you. If you wanna end the stream with Kratos saying something, I'm gonna quote Kratos back to you. Don't be sorry. Be better. Y'all need to be better than this. You are better than this. So, come on, guys. Please, stop. Just stop. Pull your head out of your ass. Read the room better next time, okay? So, and they cannot, before I end, they cannot do this thing where they disappear again for 6 weeks and then reappear again with a showcase. From now on, it has to be stream after stream after stream after post of communication as to what the PS5 is. We haven't even seen what the fucking main menu looks like. We don't know what the UI looks like. We don't know what the special features are of it. We don't know what the create feature is for it. We don't know how some other things are going to work with it. We've never been given a live demonstration of what the PlayStation 5 can do. We've never had somebody sit down, put a PS5 there, put a disc in, watch what happens on screen. We've never seen that. We've seen that with Xbox. We have not seen that with the PS5, and the PS5 is already up for pre-orders. Sony, get your fucking act together, guys. Seriously. Just, come on. Please, for me. Don't make me be right about you guys fucking up this generation. Just, please, don't. Don't make me be right. Okay, that's it for me. And as always, thank you guys for watching. If you like to see, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the presentation. I'm getting one. I said I would get one for Demon's Souls. I'm getting one. So expect Demon's Souls, I guess, on this channel. Yeah. That's... Yep. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Bye.